Hey there, hope you're having a wonderful day. In this video, we're going to go over tuples in C++. Now, some people say tuple, I generally say tuple, but you can pronounce it the way you like, tuple or tuple. So tuples are used to group any number of elements together, and the elements can be of different types. So it's similar to a pair, except it's not limited to two values. And for those of you who don't know what a pair is, I have a video on pairs in C++, and I'll link it in the description below. And some of you might have come across this topic because maybe you know Python, and in Python there is a container called a tuple, which is more like a const array in C++. So in Python, a tuple is not mutable, so it's const, meaning you cannot update the values in a tuple, and it is fixed size like an array. So if you create a tuple of 5 elements, it will always have 5 elements. So let's go over tuples in C++. So first you want to include tuple, and to declare a tuple, it would be similar to a pair. You would do tuple, and you would specify your types here. So let's say I want to create a tuple of 3 elements, string, string, and int. And I'll use this to represent a student record, so student. So we have a tuple of string, string, and int, and let's say I want to make this represent the student's name, course, and the grade for that course. And if you're not using namespace std like I am over here, you would have to include the qualifiers. So you would have to do std : Okay, so this is pretty standard in C++ if you're not using the namespace. But since this is a beginner course, I will use namespace std for now. So here we created a tuple, and it is empty right now, but it can hold 3 values. And of course, I can add more types. I can add a float, I can add another string, and so on. But in this case, I'll keep it as 3 types, and I can initialize the values over here with the constructor. So let's say I want to make it Kenny for the name, biology for the course, and let's say I get 90 as my grade. So now we have a tuple with these values. Now let's print out the tuple, and you can't just directly cout student. You can see we don't have an operator for cout. So instead, what you'd have to do is print out each individual value. And you might think that we have 3 values and they're stored as a container similar to an array or a vector. Maybe I can just do index of 0. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't work either. And unlike with pairs, you can't do first and second because there can be more than 2 values. So you can't do first, second, third, fourth, and so on. Instead, what you have to do is use the get function. So you would have to do get, and here you would specify the index, so index 0, and then we have to pass in the tuple inside our get function. And then I can copy and paste this and change this to 1 and 2. All right, now if I save and run the program, you can see we get Kenny, biology, and 90. And let's say I don't initialize this tuple and I get rid of this. How would I assign a tuple a value? Well, the syntax is very similar to a pair. So I can do student and assign it tuple. And here I would have to specify the type. So I would do string, string, int, and I would put Kenny, biology, and 90. And let's save and run the program. And you can see we get the same results. And just like with a pair, if I get rid of the types, you can see this is not going to work. So instead of using the tuple constructor, what I can do is use a make tuple function. So this is similar to the make pair function. And then I can just save and run the program. And you can see we get the same 3 values. So the way this works is make tuple will inference the type of the tuple. So I can't just make this a string. You can see we get an error here, and that is because the 3rd element has to be an int. Okay, so that's how you can initialize a tuple. And you can also update the values in a tuple. And to do so, you would use the get function. So let's say I want to update the score. I would do get index 2 of student. And let's say I assign it 95. So now if I save and run the program, you can see we get the updated value 95. And we can also use packing and unpacking, just like with pairs. So with packing, I can replace this with curly braces. So now I am packing 3 values into student. So if I save and run the program, you can see we get the same 3 values. And I can also unpack a tuple. So I can do auto And in here, I can create 3 variables. So let's say I have name, course, and grade, and I can just assign it to student. And then I can print out the values. So over here, I can do cout name, cout course, and cout grade. So now if I save and run the program, you can see we get the same thing. So the way this works is we are taking student and separating the 3 values into 3 variables. Okay, so it's the same way we've done it with a pair. Now let's say instead of unpacking, you have 3 variables already created and they don't have any values, and you want to take the values from this student tuple. You can use the tie function. So you can do tie name, course, grade, and assign this to student. So now if I save and run the program, you can see the results are the same. And let's say I'm going through each value in the tuple and there was one value that I didn't care about. Maybe I don't care about the name. So in this case, I can just do ignore. And this ignore is a keyword. It's not a variable. It's a keyword and it's from the standard library. In this case, I am using namespace std, but if I weren't using namespace std, I would have to do std : so I would have to add the qualifier. So now if I save and run the program, you can see I get nothing for the name of the student. And if I try to change this to ignore, this is not going to work because this is a keyword. Okay? All right. Now, finally, I want to go over one more syntax, and that is you can use the get function with a specific type. So let's say I'm going through a vector of tuples and I don't care about the student or the course name. I just care about the grade. What I can do is cout get int of student. So here you can see we have an integer in this tuple. So if I save and run this program, you can see we get 90 over here. Now, what if I take this and change this to string? So here, unlike int, we have 2 string values. So what will happen if I try to use the get function with string? And you can see we get an error. And the error is when you use the get function with the type must occur exactly once in the tuple. Okay? So that's pretty much the introduction to tuples, and tuples can be useful if you're working through data sets with different column values. So maybe I have a list of students, and for the list, I have a column for the name, course, and grade. I can iterate through the list and create a tuple for each student entry. And of course, if I don't care about the student name and course, and maybe I just want the average, then I can just use the ignore keyword when I'm unpacking from the tuple. Okay, so that's it for this video. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure you give this video a like. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. And if you want to stay up to date for more C++ tutorials like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.